Bet horse racing on DRF Bets. We'll match your first deposit of $200. Get free expert picks and past performances, plus weekly cash back. All from Daily Racing Form, the most trusted name in horse racing.
Final race on the opening day card, Monday at Santa Anita, December 26th. Race number 11 is the Grade 1 American Oaks. 3-year-old fillies at 1 1/4 mile. Pretty cool way to end an outstanding opening day card at Santa Anita, one with 6 graded stakes races. The American Oaks, I think it worked better when it was a summertime race. That was when it was designed or initiated at Hollywood Park in the middle of summer, and it kind of filled a gap in the calendar. I'm not so sure that it works as well on December 26th, at least from a standpoint of national significance. But I will say this, from a betting perspective, I'm all for it. This is a good race that typically draws a big field of horses, and we get a big field again this year. In fact, a field of 11, we're going to take a look at 8 of them right off the bat. And boy, you talk about a race that's wide open. You can make a case for a number of horses, including Salima, trained by Chad Brown. That's number 9. We don't even see her on the screen yet. Miss N. Scene, number 6, dropping out of the Breeders' Cup filly mare Turf. Bell Street Bridie. We're going to take a look at her impressive U.S. debut in a couple minutes. A lot of good horses on the first page. Some better horses, at least one on page 2. Salima, trained by Chad Brown. Chad Brown has won this race twice since the race was moved from summer to winter, summer to opening weekend of the winter meet at Santa Anita. And the significance of that I'll explain in just a minute. So a good field of 11. You can make a case for a lot of horses. Number 1, Rhea Moon is not impossible. I know her numbers say she's not good enough. Number 2, Sparkle Blue, shipping in for trainer Graham Motion. There's a lot of ways to go. We could spend an hour and a half talking about all 11 horses. We're not going to do that. I'm going to focus in on 3 horses that I think have the best chance, and those include Chad Brown trained Salima. So I mentioned that Brown has won this race twice recently since the race was moved to December 26th. And the significance is this. We're going to take a look at the Winter Memory Stakes last time out at Aqueduct and watch Salima. She's 3 wide on the outside, and she's just going to run away from the field, 4 wide on the outside. Anyway, in the yellow cap with the green silks, and the race is over. So this is the Winter Memories. It's not even a graded stakes race, so who cares? Well, we should, because the last 2 Chad Brown trained winners of the American Oaks both came out of the Winter Memory Stakes at Aqueduct. That's the reason why he's doing it again. It works. Salima is lightly raced. I remember earlier this year, it was actually in January at Tampa Bay. I don't know why I was watching Tampa Bay, but Chad Brown debuted this filly by El Kabir in a maiden race, and she won like a future champion. Her name was Salima, and then she disappeared. She came back with a horrible race in an allowance, but then she won at one of the then, and her 4th career start was the race we just saw. Lightly raced, on the improve. The American Oaks has been her target for weeks, and with Flavian Proud aboard, I think that Salima is definitely the horse to beat. Okay, my second selection is Miss Encine, who is really dropping out of the best race. She ran in the Breeders' Cup filly and mare Turf last time out. That was a race won by Tuesday in Italian, and Lady Spitespear finished 2nd and 3rd. It's an easier group for sure on Monday at Santa Anita for Miss Encine. Tyler Gaffalione, who has a host of live mounts on opening day, in to ride the opening day card at Santa Anita. And Miss Encine, her form is outstanding. She's taken a huge class drop, and she fits. To me, the most intriguing horse in the race is a horse that if I was convinced that she would run 2 alike, I would love her in this spot. I'm referring to Bell Street Bridie. She was purchased for 7 figures at a European auction this fall. And in her U.S. debut, it was in the Grade 3 red carpet at Del Mar, going 1 3/8 miles. Watch how decisively she wins this race. This filly just turned it on late. She was pressing a slow pace. Okay, I get it. But then she just ran away. Pratt was aboard her this day, and she won this grass race by more than 4 lengths. This is a grade 3 against older fillies and mares. This is another case where you could say she's dropping in class from a graded stake against older fillies and mares into a grade 1 restricted to 3-year-old fillies. Here's my concern with Bell Street Bridie, who is my third preference, and I like her a lot. I like her connections. Her connections are reliable. Mark Gladys, her trainer. Sometimes when these Europeans come over and run so well in their U.S. debut, they don't always repeat that performance. If Bell Street Bridie runs two alike, I think she'll be very tough to beat. And we know this. She will run all day. She repeatedly ran at 1.25 miles overseas. She won last time at 1 3/8 miles. And if she runs two alike, she's going to be very, very tough. Pratt rides for trainer Chad Brown. He rides Salima. Mike Smith picks up the mount on Bell Street Bridie, and she is a contender in the American Oaks. So Salima, Mise Unseen, and Bell Street Bridie, my top 3 choices, but you could make a case for a number of horses in this race, including Rhea Moon, who, since she has learned to ration her early energy, since they took her back off the pace, she has turned out to be a tiger. I'm not sure she's good enough, but I'm not sure she's not either. Sparkle Blue for trainer Grand Motion. So it's a deep field, a field of 11, at least 5 contenders, probably more. I like Salima to win race number 11 on opening day of the Santa Anita Winter Meet, Monday, December 26th. I'm Brad Freak. Talk to you next time.